Random things.
Random things. Random things.
Random things.
Random things.
Random things.
Random things.
Random
Random
things.
Random
things.
Random things.
Random things.
Random things.
Hello and welcome back to Hakon's Random Things, in which I talk about completely random things, randomly at random intervals, and there's absolutely no system whatsoever when it comes to what I'm talking about in this series. The only common denominator is that they are random and interesting. I guess interesting things, random things, and interesting things. Interesting to me, maybe interesting to someone else as well. So, before I start rambling completely, today's episode is about something I've been actually meaning to make a video about for quite some time. And the reason is that I actually got very surprised, positively surprised, when I discovered this a while back. I'll do a bit of history first of all. Excuse me just one moment. One does live in Britain after all. Ah, yes, a little bit of tea does help. Right, so for the last 15 or 20 years or thereabouts, I've been using for my sort of main cooking vessel saute pans, which, for if somebody doesn't know, it's like a deep frying pan. Usually it's quite wide. It's got a bit of about this depth. It's got a lid. It's got a long handle and usually a supporting handle on the other side, and that is a saute pan. Now, the last 15 or 20 years, when this has been my main thing, I've been using non-stick saute pans because non-stick is practical. You get the titanium coating ones. They're quite durable. You still shouldn't use any metal utensils, etc. in them. And you can't scrub them properly when you wash them, etc. But they do not last. So I know they're supposed to last a long time, but the thing is, with the titanium coating and any kind of special non-stick coating, it gets hot, it gets cold, it gets hot, it gets cold. You do sometimes, of course, inadvertently scrape a little bit onto it. You have to use some kind of scrubbing when you wash it, even though it's quite a gentle sponge with a scrubber on it, for instance. It still does deteriorate the coating gradually, and it will not last. So, and my last one was even worse because the coating started going and it started buckling as well. Which isn't a huge problem on gas, which is what I'm cooking on here in Britain, of course. But it makes it a bit wobbly and it doesn't stand stable on the hob. So yeah. So I thought I'd get a better quality pan, and I thought I'm sick and tired of non-stick now because it has so many disadvantages. I wanted to go back to stainless steel, which is what I use for a normal cooking pot, and I do actually prefer that to a non-stick for all the above reasons and many more. So another brilliant thing about stainless steel is it's actually cheaper than buying it's cheaper to buy a high quality stainless steel pot of any sort than it is to buy a non-stick of the same kind of quality. So I thought, well, my budget, I was thinking about buying a new non-stick saute pan, and I realized that if I wanted a really good one, it would cost me in the neighborhood of 100 to 120 pounds, which is a lot of money when you can't be sure whether the coating is going to last. So I thought, okay, I'll spend about half that on a stainless steel pot, and it will give me something that will last a lifetime, basically. Which it probably will. So better value for money and cheaper. So yeah, win-win. So I did buy one, and it cost me, I think, about 40 something pounds, which is quite a bit for a pan. You can get cheaper ones that work really well. But I just wanted a proper one because I knew this was going to be the saute pan to end all saute pans. What I had not really realized when I bought it, I did think maybe stainless steel handles because it is more durable than wood or plastic. But there's one thing I didn't think about so much because I'm so used to use. Excuse me. Right, I'm back. So, stainless steel handles. Yes. So I'm so used to having to use oven gloves on stainless steel handles. Um, so I was not prepared for what happened when I actually started using this pan, and I'm sure if you look at this, you might be able to guess what that was. You see, this is a, you see the handle there. It's a hollow tube, and if I hold it like this, you can see it's not touching the glass there, which means that you can actually touch this and lift the lid without using an oven glove while cooking, which is absolutely brilliant. And why don't more people do this? So that's the lid. This handle, exactly the same thing. It's a stainless steel tube, only the rivets connected to the pan, and there's a bit of a gap, so you get that insulating. It's almost like a cold cooling tube principle, and it's not as obvious here on this handle. This is also, I presume, hollow. You can't actually see that. There's a little bit of a gap between the handle and the pan, so the big contact points are the rivets, and unless you hold it down here, now there's a bit, that gets a bit hot. If you hold it here, oh, I'll show you that. Here or further back, it's actually cool to the touch, and you can hold it without oven gloves while cooking. And I think this is absolutely an amazing design, and I'm sort of keep wondering why nobody has been doing this before. Why don't more manufacturers of pots do this? Don't they realize how it works? It's such an easy fix of a problem that existed for I don't know how long. Um, so it is possible to make a frying pan that is stainless steel, 100% steel, apart from the glass of the lid. That is dishwasher safe. You can scrub it. You can use metal utensils. You can do whatever you want with it, and you can put it in the oven because it's got steel handles, and you can actually touch it when it's cooking without using oven gloves. I just think that's an amazing design, and I know it's completely random, but the thing is, it took me so by surprise when I saw this because I'd never experienced that before. So, if anyone's interested, I'm not selling these, of course, but I will recommend frying pans or saute pans by Judge, quality brand of fine cooking utensils. And there's the there we are. It says, oh, can you see that? Judge. There we are. Right, so that is my saute pan, and I can heartily recommend something similar. If you're looking for a new pan with handles in steel, look out for the design. See if it's made of tubes that are trying not to contact the surface of the actual pan itself. It's a very clever design. So that is today's random thing, and I'm done cooking for the day. But so I'll have my tea now. And I'll see you next time in another episode of Completely Random Things. And I have no idea what the next episode will be about. I don't have any concrete plans yet, but there will be a next episode. I can assure you of that. My apologies in advance. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.